Alright, that's about enough of that. What is going on, guys? We are winding down on 2019, and I thought, I was kind of trying to figure out what were the last videos I wanted to make of the year. And I thought, why not make one of, to me, the best guitar players of 2019 that had the biggest impact on me. Now, obviously, best guitar player, you can't judge that, but I know the ones that had the biggest impact on me, and some of these guys have been having an incredible impact on my playing, oh god, 5-6 years, who knows how long now at this point, but I just wanted to kind of shed some light on the guys that really, I think, influenced my playing a lot this year, and hopefully, if you guys have some, that I don't mention, please leave them in the comments. That way I can look up all kinds of new players. So maybe in 2020, I'll have a new list. Now, some of these guys I have had on other lists, but I'm going to have them again because, you know what, their inspiration hasn't wavered. They're still, just kind of dominating how much I'm taking away from their playing. So we're going to go ahead and jump into these. Make sure you check these guys out. I will link them all down below in the description. And like I said, let me know some of your favorite players. So here are my best guitar players of 2019. Numero uno, and these aren't necessarily in any particular order, they've all had a tremendous impact on me, but I gotta go with him again, man. I have had Shawn on multiple lists, and he's gonna probably stay on these lists forever, because his playing is just so inspiring to me. Number one has to be Shawn Tubbs. He's literally one of those guys that when I heard him for the first time, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago now, 5-6 years, it was like, such a, I'm like, I don't know what he's doing, but I want to sound like that. And Shawn has turned me on to other amazing players like Michael Landau, all these great guys. And I've just become friends with Shawn. And, that hasn't changed anything of the fact that I'm just incredibly inspired by his playing. He has a solo EP out. Make sure you go. It's not a solo EP, it's a full album. Go check out his Demolition album. It is incredible. Some of I think the best guitar playing I've ever heard is on there because it's so musical. And and Shawn can turn it up when he wants to, and he'll melt your face off. So you gotta watch out with him. He might be a nerd, but Shawn is just, I'm telling you, man. When first time I heard him, I was hooked, and I have been such a fan ever since that moment. So go check Shawn out. So very similar to Shawn, not in styles. Their styles are very different. But first time I heard Doug Rappaport, it was the exact same thing. And I've been listening to Doug longer than Shawn. But I remember when I heard Doug for the first time, I was just like, that is what I wish that I sounded like. 100%. Everything about Doug's style is perfect. Like I said, Doug and Shawn have just completely dominated to me as far as like an influence since I heard them. Like I said, I think I heard Doug the year before Shawn. And just because Doug is such a powerful and just ferocious player, but he also has this shreddy side and this bluesy side. And to me, when I hear Doug, I hear a lot of Angus Young in him, which is, one of my biggest influences. So I love hearing that attitude that he has in his playing, and all of his arpeggios are crazy. I've had to slow down and break down so many of Doug's licks that I've stolen and tried to incorporate them in my own way. Man, if you do not know Doug Rappaport, you are truly, truly missing out, because I think he's just one of the, not just the greatest guitar player of 2019, I think he's just one of the best guitarists that are out there. Now, next on here is my buddy Sammy. Like I said, and a lot of these guys, just throughout the years, I've become friends with. But Sammy is an incredible guitar player. He does a lot of stuff with Friedman. He does all this crazy tapping stuff. He's just a killer rock guitar player. I watch all of his videos, and I thought about even trying to do some of his. I shouldn't say some of his, because my version is completely like, elementary compared to his complex tapping stuff. But I've been working on a lot of the. However you would do it. Again, I'm not good at it yet, but I've been working on it because I've never really done tapping stuff. So I've been working a lot on just some of the stuff that I've been seeing Sammy do. And like I said, if you haven't checked Sammy out, phenomenal guitar player. I probably first started listening to Sammy 2 years ago, man. I think I met him at Winter Name. Maybe it was 3 years ago. I can't remember. I've been listening to Sammy for a while as well. And it was just, the more and more I kind of dove into his stuff this year, I was like, wow, this is really good stuff. Super melodic, and I don't know, I love Sammy's style as well. Next on the list, Rhett Shoals. Now, Rhett has been one of my favorite channels since I started watching. I started watching Rhett, I believe, 2 years ago. And, Rhett is an incredible guitar player, session guitarist, touring guitarist. What I like most about Rhett's playing is something I'm going to mention in a similar guitar player down the line here in a minute, is how well Rhett plays stuff that suits the song. Like, he did some stuff with Mary Spender. His videos are incredible. I think he really is like I think it's really hard to be unique on YouTube nowadays. And Rhett has really come out as this unique and original YouTuber for the guitar community. Kind of like the Casey Neistat, of the guitar realm, is really where Rhett is sitting at. And I think his channel, it's already, exploding, but God, next year he'll be enormous. He already is big, but he'll be even bigger. And like I said, Rhett's ability to suit the song and his playing has really been inspiring to me. I think he's just a very complete guitar player. And of course, the video side of him, like when I watch his videos, it makes me want to I'm like, I need to step it up. What can I do to make better videos? So super inspiring stuff from Rhett. And that's why I was like, he has to be on here. He was one of the first guys I thought of when I was thinking of this list. Now, next is my buddy RJ Coolio. Like I said, I've gotten to know personally and become friends with all of these guys, which is, to me, just a real treat, because I think they're all such amazing guitar players. They're all so much better than I am, so I'm constantly trying to, learn from just listening to them, and, I value how just experienced they all are. So, RJ has really actually had a really big impact on me. For one, his ability to implement all these different styles. Wow, I mean, talk about a guitar player who can bounce around different styles. But also, this might seem silly, but one of the biggest things that I saw RJ do, and I was just like, I like that sound. I want to do that. And I've told RJ this. Is the way he'll pick back here. So just the ability of incorporating different, styles into a more bluesy context. That kind of stuff, but then he'll pick back here. And to me, that was a real dynamic side that I was missing in my playing. And I've taken more away from RJ than just that, but this is just one of the big things. And because, the hand dynamics is something I'm constantly talking about and mentioning, and this was a really big one because it was something I was missing. So if you notice, I do this a lot more now. I did it even in the beginning, even just picking with my fingers all... I do this a lot now because it's a different dynamic that I didn't have in my hands before. And that was 100% something that I started doing this year, all from RJ. And, like I said, I catch myself doing it all the time. If you really want like a different sound, especially when I'm on the bridge pickup, I'll... or maybe like a pentatonic run. So, again, RJ's had a big impact on me this year. And last but certainly not least, like I said, these weren't really in any particular order, the absolute amazing Tim Pierce. Tim is a super inspiring guitarist. Every time I talk to Tim, I try my best not to grill him too much because, like I've said a lot of other times, surround yourself by guitarists who are just better than you. And I truly feel like all these guitar players are better than me, so I'm just trying to listen to them. I'm trying to take away so many things from them because it's like, you don't always have to prove yourself how good you are. Sometimes you need to sit back and just listen to these guys. And Tim Pierce is one of those guys. I hear him play on these tracks, and when he's improvising, I'm just like, God, he's hitting all the right notes all the time. And Tim is one of those rare cases when I hear his playing. All these guys have this attribute. It's not just Tim, it's all of them. But one of the things I really love about Tim is his flow. I actually got to jam with Tim last Winter NAMM, and we shot a video. I wasn't happy with the sound quality and video quality, so I never posted it. But I just remember watching Tim play, and he was just effortlessly, just kind of flowing across the neck. And I'm like, wow, that's something I really don't have in my playing. And I was just super inspired by it. But also, like I said, watch his stuff, man. Talk about someone that you just listen to. He has played more notes and recorded more stuff than most of us probably ever will in our whole life. And, he's just someone that you can learn so much from. And I value the friendship of Tim. So if you haven't checked him out, go subscribe to him as well. So that's it, guys. Let me know your list down below. Like I said, these guys have all been super, super influential on me. Like I said, it's been multiple years, but I figured I'd make it this year because it's the end of the decade and all that good stuff. So I'll see you all next time. See you Wednesday with a first video of the new year. I think it's going to be a studio tour because you guys have been asking for that. So I'm going to do my best to get that done. I can't promise it, but I'm going to shoot for that anyway. So other than that, guys, I will see you all later. Peace out. Keep on rocking. Whoa.